Okay, guys. Whew. Whew. Welcome to Teresa Amore's YouTube channel. If you don't know by the title, by today, I'm gonna be talking about why I really started my journey on YouTube and like what's really going on with content, like what's more to come from Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Like literally all three platforms this year is like consistency. I don't know my schedule yet of necessarily what I want to do, of when I want to post, but like I don't want to be so much in my head the delays whatever content is there for me necessarily. Okay, let's honestly really start like talk about why did I start this journey on YouTube. It's been literally 2 years since I've had this Canon camera, and I'm now just starting on year 3 of 2023. So let me just break that down, because I feel like I was always way too much in my head of literally what should I post, how can I post, what time should I post, like when and where is the, like, you know what I mean. And I think that's another thing, just for anybody, like I don't think necessarily for content purposes people just honestly want to post just to post, but it's like, oh my god, I gotta post so I can get, you know, the right people to see it, or maybe if I don't get enough likes. And then like Instagram does this thing that way you can hide likes, and I actually love that. Not necessarily for me, but it's just like I love it for others, because honestly I didn't care about the likes necessarily, but I cared who was watching, or like if I didn't get the right people, or you know what I mean. So I think for me, I was just too much stuck on my head, like literally for YouTube. All my friends were like, oh my gosh, why are you not posting, like you be traveling, da da da. So I was like, okay, I can do travel content on YouTube, but what else? Like what else is really, like, you know what I mean? So it's just, I don't know. I think for me, I was just too much stuck in my head, and I was just so determined on, okay, if I didn't have the right camera, if I didn't have the microphones that I was seeing on TikTok, or people, like, you know what I mean, if I didn't have the right aesthetic, background, fit, whatever, you know what I mean. And honestly, like I've had people who don't even have a camera and literally are still eating the content on YouTube up. Literally, I have a friend who's doing on her phone, and her content is amazing. As we all know, like, you know, every year we talk about new year, new me. No, new year, new action. Let's put it that, like, let's new action. This year, like, I'm really, like, even though we're literally 2.5 months in, I'm really just proud of myself, like necessarily starting my content, going to the gym, you know, reading the Bible more often and things like that. Like I'm very proud of myself. Just yesterday my friend was talking about, oh my god, we're literally about to be 60 days in the year, so that means we have 300 days left. Not left, like, but like left in the year. It's like, bro, where did these 60 days, well, where did these 56 days go? Like I've had this camera, GX7 Mark III camera, for a little, not like, I'm not content with where I am, but I'm very proud of where I am. So more so of like, I just can't believe it, like I'm in shock. But back to how the journey went. If I keep looking down, I'm just reading things off my phone, or like remembering what I wanted to kind of like talk to you guys about, so I don't lose track of everything. I want to do so much more, but more so I didn't know if I should put like my business out there, lifestyle, like, you know what I mean. But at the end of the day, you are the narrative, like you control what you want to put out there. And I honestly forgot that. Like sometimes I just thought like I gotta put what everyone likes to see, I have to put out there. But like I'm just gonna go with the flow, not stress myself out. Like literally the day I post, all my friends are like, oh my god, where's the announcement, what's like, how, I didn't know that you're posting. I didn't want to do that. I literally made like 3 different intro and outro videos. I actually paid people to do them as well, and literally I did not like them, but not more so of like that was the only thing that needs to be perfect. But I was literally so on, okay, if this is not right, I can't have this. If this is not right, I can't do this. Literally, that was me. So once again, it just goes back to the camera not being there. I was like, okay, I'm not gonna start this YouTube journey. Like I literally made the stupidest reason to not start. The stupidest, not even a word. That's not even, oh, that's not even a word. Like, let's be serious. Like people are just, you know, not seeing their full potential, and most of the time it's just always in their head. And it's like you're literally arguing with yourself here. Like, why? why are you arguing with yourself? Honestly, like I would have been more scared or more of like disappointed in myself if I didn't start, if I didn't make that content, if I didn't post. But like, once again, if you really want to get the scope of everything, and like really want to do something that you love, or not even if you didn't love it, but if you never tried, how would you really know? Like, let's bring that back. Like, if you never tried it, how would you really know? It's like when you were little, when you were like, oh my god, I don't like beans. Did you eat it? Did you try it? Like, even if you are lazy in the moment, if you don't want to do it, just try to get up and do it. Like, New York Fashion Week, September, all my friends and family were like, did you get invited to a show? I was like, no. Like, I'm just going. Like, I'm just gonna pop up. Like, they gonna open the doors. They gonna kick me out maybe. But like, that was literally the goal. Like, just go. So more had fun. I had an amazing time. I actually didn't get to see no fashion shows except for one. My first show was Vogue, but more so I was with the VIPs. It was special. We was out here getting a little cocktail shrimp on a stick and everything. So it's just more so like, after New York Fashion Week, I don't know what happened, but I was like, yeah, I'm being consistent. I'm taking pictures. I'm gonna make any outfit that's in my closet and put that on. Okay, put that on. But yeah, it was more so like, you know, I have to like be that person to start. Like, that's honestly why I started. Basically, ever since September, I was so focused on Instagram, and honestly, I didn't really care for Instagram. I was more hype on more so, once again, TikTok and YouTube, but I never really started. I didn't say I didn't try, I just never really started. Like, started. Like, I remember I went to Vegas. I vlogged that. When I went to Ireland for my study abroad program, I also used my camera and vlogged, and also vlogged on my phone. People even asked me like, oh my god, you do YouTube? Let me subscribe. And I was like, I don't have it up. Like, you know how when you have great ideas and you have great pictures, and for some reason you just don't like them, like, you'll just be staring at like your pictures like, this cute, but it ain't it. You're always going to be so nitpicky when it comes to yourself and what you put out there. But for some reason, why? Like, why are you being nitpicky? Like, are you doing it for others? Are you just doing it for yourself? Like, why? You know what I mean? So I think necessarily if we just focus on yourself and just post whatever that's out there, whatever you like, whatever you envision yourself, and no one can take that away from you. Some people might not like it, but what does that matter? You have a billion people in this world who might, talking about, literally love the style that you create on Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube, and you still not posting it out. I think that was just nothing for me. I was just too much in my head. I never knew like the balance of it. Like, I just honestly just kept finding excuses, but then at the same time, it's for you to understand, and why are you putting those excuses out? And honestly, at the end of the day, if you have so many excuses, what are the good pros that you have currently that you can, you know, scale out? So I think that was another thing for me. It was like, okay, you have that camera, you know how to do your makeup, or even if you don't know how to do your makeup, it don't matter. Go, like, you have something to start with. So, and like, you have a working laptop. Like, I literally, when I tell you, I literally had every excuse in the world. I was like, oh my god, I don't got this, I gotta buy it off of this, I don't have the money to buy this, da, da, da. Why are you buying more things to do what you needed to do when you technically don't need none of those things to start? Because, like, once again, if you got an iPhone or Android, I don't even care if you have an Android at this point. Android is looking like they work better than iPhones. But if you have what you like, literally a phone, then why can't you? Hi, my name is Suri. Like, it's like, sometimes it's like I always make that excuse up. Like, I need to have a camera, or something that, you know, I need a little more. Or I didn't have that good lighting. Like, you know what prompted me to really like start now at this moment. But once again, I just felt like things were just moving in the right place, like, at that same time. Like, and I think I also prolonged and waited too long to have my content out, but I'm glad that it is out, because at the end of the day, this was God timing of me having it out. But once again, I still feel like for some reason it's like I could have done it earlier. Like, even that I used to like literally hate on myself was like, oh my god, I have to have something going on this week. I have to be busy. I have to, like, literally every day I have to be doing something. But I was like, you know what, you don't have to do all that. You can literally fall asleep and record that for yourself, okay? Like, seeing people that I used to watch on YouTube, and people be having a YouTube channel just for the rain. If I was into that, I could have just posted the rain every time, or a reaction of my rain. I don't know. But yeah, like I gave myself too many times of delay, or like too many setbacks, that it kind of like made it worse for me. Like literally one day, I think for a month, I didn't tell nobody, but I couldn't even find my camera. They were like, oh my god, why don't you start YouTube? I'm like, the camera that someone got for me is missing. It's missing. Because I was like, damn. But due to my phone, that even sometimes I would forget, not that I had a camera, but like even like I didn't know how to hold it, or like, you know how you want to capture that one fun thing that, you know, if you go to Vegas, those waters be going up and down. I was like, oh my god, I can't hold my camera and my phone at the same time and record. Like, you know, it's, once again, I'm just trying to be too perfect, and no one is perfect. Like no one is perfect, and I just kept forgetting that, or necessarily like I kept thinking I had to be perfect. Once again, not posting, not literally doing what I love, or you know what I mean. And sometimes it doesn't really have to be a passion, because like you just want to do it to have fun. You want to do it because you want to make a memory. Like I said, once again, my friend, once she told me like that this is really your diary, I don't feel like writing. Like, I'm not a writer. Like, I'm not a writer. I even love voice memos. Like, I love to talk. Like, I love for this to be an hour and y'all can just listen and maybe be like, girl. Like, besides me being nervous, I think like that can just go away with ease. And sometimes, once again, I'm just too much in my head. But once again, me starting, once that camera's on, I'm ready. Once that camera's on, I'm ready. So I think that's another thing too. It's like once you like, or sometimes you don't even have to know that you're recording. Just go with the flow. Just go with the flow. Like, I don't even have to look at you. Like, I can, like, if I really, like, I really would wish if like you're just talking and like you can't see nothing. Like, say you're blindfolded. Like, that's weird to say, but just imagine that you're blindfolded, or like you're literally talking to yourself, or you're looking at me and I'm looking at you, and you just don't, like, you're looking at yourself here. Like, that's another thing too. Like, for YouTube, you're really looking at yourself. Like, I don't know if you think that someone's going to be responding back to you, but the only response that you're going to get is replies once you post it. Because another thing too, I don't want to be recording. Oh, my camera is dying. See, look, see, another excuse that arises. But I'm gonna just keep talking to y'all, because at the end of the day, I just know like this is what I love to do. And I'm not also gonna make it a job necessarily, like, oh my god, like I have to have this out. Like, if I feel like if I do get like any collabs or even any paid like sponsorships, okay, you know what I mean, that's something like you really have to dedicate to. But I'm not gonna also make it feel like it's a job, because I feel like, once again, if it makes it feel like it's a job for me, I'm not gonna have much fun as I have now. Like, the other day when I did edit my Valentine's Day vlog, I was cracking up as if I was still there. Like, I was literally laughing every time that scene was happening. You know, you're gonna fall in love with what you do eventually, but once again, don't make it seem like if this is not what you want to do, don't force it. Don't force it. Just post it. Like, just post it. And I think another thing too is like, you don't really have to throw consistency out there, but at the same time, if you really have a goal, or like, you know, if you're goal oriented and you want things technically done, or if you want this type amount of followers, or you want this amount of likes and subscribers, or if you even want this amount of video by the end of the month, you're gonna get there and do it. But you can make it fun. You can make it fun. Okay, so I forgot I just feel like I don't want to keep repeating myself, but necessarily I think most people really need to realize, once you get out your head, you are set. Or like, once you stop, like once you just go, like literally after I posted my first YouTube channel, I was like, you got this. Like, you got this. Why did you think like it was like a lot of work? Or like, understand, like, you know what I mean, I don't discredit anybody that, you know, literally takes their time and literally this is their full-time job, and it is a lot of work, but more so of like, bro, why did you psych yourself out? Why? And I think that was like, I was really proud of myself, and I literally said I'm just gonna post. I literally post and close my laptop, and that's what I'm continuing to do, because whatever, and whoever sees it, you know what I mean? It's not, I'm not pressed of, oh my god, I didn't get a lot of views in this amount of time, because at the end of the day, it's gonna grow. You are going to grow. Subscribers, the following, the likes, the views, everything is gonna grow. And at the end of the day, if that takes me a year to grow, I do not care, because each and every day, something is gonna grow. So I think for me, like, I never knew if I was creative or not. Like, I always thought like, okay, I was that planner. I was the person who knew how to make a schedule. And honestly, I feel like anybody can do that. Like, literally, anybody can plan. It's just like sometimes you're not used to it. But I mean, like, creative, I just always thought like, oh my god, people's YouTube channels were like so nice. They knew what they wanted to do. They knew how they want things to flow, or like even when they make edits, to sync things in. And that's what I did not know how to edit at all. But once again, we're in a world of like, technology is your best friend. You can YouTube anything, and you could also do YouTube, so like, you know what I mean? So I feel like sometimes being creative is exhausting. So I think like another thing too was like, oh my gosh, you have to do YouTube, you have to do Instagram. Like, even sometimes picking out clothes, that's where I feel like I don't know my style yet. So I was just like, back then I didn't know how to like take pictures. I don't think I had the right outfit, and it's all just goes back to like all three platforms. It's just eating, like, it's just coming at you like, bro, you see other people doing it, why you not doing it? And it's not more so like just because you see other people doing it you can't do it, but it was like, oh my god, I don't have this, or I don't. Once again, it just goes back to like, I don't know if I can do all that, like, you know what I mean? So it's just like, honestly, that too, I feel like some people will be like, oh no, I just don't have the time. No, you don't make the time, and then it's like you're lazy, and it's like you're not putting your best foot forward. So I think that for me, I had to put that to myself, like, girl, if you really want to do it, you would do it. The same way I would literally try to plan a trip and make a trip work for literally all my friends, and let all of us go, is the same way I should put my YouTube. It's the same way I should do my Instagram. Same way, whatever content that I need to literally put out there, that's what I should have done. So like, I'm not mad at myself that I'm just now doing it, but once again, it goes back to like, this is God's timing, you know what I mean? Like, you're gonna always look back at yourself and be like, wow, I could have started literally 2 years ago. But no, you started now. But if you never started at all, it's gonna still eat you up, like, you know what I mean? That's another thing. I'm really proud of myself that I'm never gonna go say, oh my god, I never started. But if I did, no. If you did, you'll be starting. If you never said that if, or like, I am starting, or I am going to do this, that makes lots of sense, and a lot more hope that you actually will start, instead of saying, but if, then, but. So if y'all see like a different lighting, whatever, I put my light up and it looks way better. But I should have been doing this the whole time. But I just want to make like a quick like note take for myself of like, I want to be a creator, right? I want to be a YouTube creator. I want to be an Instagram creator. I want to be a TikTok creator. I want to be a creator. So I think necessarily knowing that that's my goal in life is to be a creator, and like doing that, I have to take part. You know what I mean? I can't just continue to watch people. But then this is like, I commend the people that I do watch, like those creators. I'm not there yet, but I really do. They're very inspirational, they're very motivating, and just like looking at them, they're beautiful, talented, creative, but at the end of the day, that's not something I want to be. Like, I want to be Teresa more necessarily. Whoever that is, whoever she continues to be, that's who I want to be. Knowing that I know there's going to be errors and struggles, and sometimes like, oh my god, I don't feel like doing this. It's just, there are going to be times like that, but more so it's like, still have it out, you know what I mean? And never give yourself so many pauses or so many like hardships just because you're trying to be perfect. I think that was me. Like, I literally was trying to be perfect, or trying to honestly be something I'm not. But once again, whoever that person may be, and literally from 5 years from now, could be amazing, could be perfect. Well, not really, but we gonna get there. I just feel like at the end of the day, I never wanted to be that person, or more so of like, you never showed up for yourself. Like, you never, like, it's not even putting myself first, but it's like you never showed up for yourself at all. So it's like, how can you even put yourself first in any situation, any circumstances, when you never showed up for yourself? So I think like once I showed up for myself, or like once I kind of started knowing myself, like I just wanted to have things out there. Like I was like, okay, YouTube honestly was always there in my head. I just never, once again, never had the camera, never even knew what to say. Like I'd be looking at people, I'd be watching people YouTube, I'm like, oh my gosh, like I would never think to talk about this. But like, no, you be talking to your friends about everything and anything, but you can't talk to YouTube about these type of situations. Like, you know what I mean? So yeah, it was literally, once again, too much in my head. I don't know. And another thing too, like, you know how like when you have the content, like you record it and everything and you like it, but then something, it's like, okay, wrong timing, it's 10 o'clock, no one's gonna see it. But once again, if you really wanted to be out there, you could have did it earlier, or you could have just posted and got it over with. Because once again, I feel like if you literally elongate something, it will take you a longer time to have it out. And that was literally always me. I remember I made so many TikToks. It would be my draft. Like I think right now I have like 150 drafts. Once again, half of the stuff is incomplete, but at the same time, I'm coming to you now having my YouTube out, like having a set time, literally, or even if I don't have a set time, but it's more so of like just have it out. Because for me, if I don't delete things off my phone, I don't know why, I just can't delete things. So it's more so, if you can't delete, at least show the world, at least show it off, like, you know what I mean? Like, so, and I don't know, like, yes, you can be influenced by so many influencers who are having these things or having these same examples, but it's, once again, it's up to you to post them. It's up to you to have it out. It's up to you to create these type of memories. It's to create these type of, literally, your type of sense of like content you want to have out. Like, it's crazy. The other day my friend was like, wow, this is going to be your diary. Like, this is going to be your inspiration for yourself, and literally something for you to keep looking back on. And I was like, bro, you're right. This is my world. This is my YouTube channel. Like, this is my Instagram. This is my content. You know, like, it's just really crazy. At the end of the day, this is your stuff. So if you really want to put something out there, you're not going to give half, you know what I mean? You're going to put something that you really love out there. But at the end of the day, you can't just keep prolonging it out. Like, you can't just be like, oh my God, I'm going to post in 2 years. No. Because in 2 years, you could have did a lot of things. Like, you know, at the end of the day, what's meant for you is going to be meant for you. It's just that sometimes I feel like that saying can also be a little confusing, especially for me. It's like, you're gonna miss it if you don't take chances. You're going to miss the timing that you was waiting for if you don't do it. You know what I mean? I feel like we're just so much, again, in our head, literally waiting for something to kind of like just hit